Bubble, 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 bubble. Who? Liz Kasmer? What? Fishin for answers. When? Every Tuesday night from 8 to 9 p.m. Where? The 7th floor of Robinson, also known as The Perch. And why? Because you have questions and I have answers.
I also have some answers.
And that is Allie. Sorry, I didn't mean to introduce you like that. I meant for you to introduce yourself.
Well, my
I'm
name is
rusty.
That's
Sorry.
okay.
Go.
My name is Alison, but Liz calls me Allie, so you can too.
Our question of the day is, what is your American dream?
Now, I am ready to answer this question the same way I did last time I was on this show, which was dance around the question and not answer it at all.
Dude, I knew you were going to say that. Literally, earlier we were talking about it because I was like, I need to figure out a topic. What's something that someone wants the answer to? And I feel like a lot of times in class they bring up the American dream and they're like, well, has it changed or has it stayed the same? What is it for everybody? Is it different now?
I don't think the American dream has ever been real. Hot take.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think... Oh, sorry. That was some little ASMR. And then I'm just kidding. I really had to throw out that gum. Thank you. You can play with that. Patricia's in the background. She's just listening in. But
maybe she'll jump in once or twice.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, we really need to... I need to be on the...
It is a Tuesday night. Everybody's brain is everywhere. It is A-okay.
Literally. And I just wanted... Okay. American dream.
Mm-hmm.
What I view as the American dream is very different to, I guess, what people said, that it used to be. You know what I mean? White picket fence, they always say. What is it? The nuclear family. Not saying that it's wrong to have,
I think Dr. Myers, the one literature professor here at wLHU, once described it as 2 parents, 2.5 kids, and a white picket fence. Don't know where half the kid came from.
I was going to say, where's the half? But, hey, I'm not. And the dog.
Oh,
that's
the half a kid is the dog. See, I don't know. Maybe it was just a pair of legs walking around like in the one Disney movie.
Literally. Oh.
See, it clicked. It was a deep reference, but you got it.
Wow. How did I get that one? I usually don't get things that quickly. Anyway. But we were talking about it at the dining hall or whatever about Great Gatsby. Well, we were talking about it in the library, but how Great Gatsby correlates to the American dream.
Mm-hmm.
And we both read that. I loved them. Did you like the movies?
I only
Was
saw...
that your knuckle?
That was my knuckle. Did that pick up on the mic?
Oh, dude, that picked up.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry.
She's a little nervous, everyone.
No,
just kidding.
I just have arthritis.
Oh, lovely.
That's my American dream.
Is having arthritis. Oh, my gosh.
No, I watched I didn't see the original Great Gatsby movie, but
Dude,
I watched...
that one's so much better.
I watched the more recent one with, Leonardo DiCaprio, and that was Tobey Maguire too, right?
Yeah,
he was not in that movie.
Yes, he was.
I've also never seen that movie.
Pause.
So.
I have to.
Patricia's on, I guess.
You're gonna find out live with us right now if Tobey Maguire was in the Great Gatsby movie.
Dude. Well, anyway, but
I watched it and I didn't like it much because I preferred the book because I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
It absolutely was Tobey Maguire. Thank you very much.
I love all the symbolism in that book though too, but going back to the American dream, you know how that house was just gorgeous?
Which house? The one you picture when you think American dream? Or
No, I'm talking about Great Gatsby, do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, in the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really remember the movie. I really didn't like it, so I didn't pay attention.
Oh, well. So it says on blog.prepscholar.com, oh gosh, The Great Gatsby is a tragic love story on the surface, but it's most commonly understood as a pessimistic critic of the American dream.
Because no, not commonly misunderstood. I think that was the
no,
exact
not misunderstood.
intention.
It's most commonly understood. Did I say
okay.
miss?
Yeah, I was like,
well, I misread that. And then it says in the novel, Jay Gatsby overcomes his poor past to gain an incredible amount of money and a limited amount of social stuff in the 1920s in NYC, only to be rejected by the old money crowd. He then gets killed after being tangled up with them. Oh, did I just spoil stuff?
I think, I mean,
I hope
we're
everybody-
college kids. I figure everybody's read Gatsby at this point.
If you
except
haven't,
Leah, shout out Leah.
I haven't either.
You haven't read The Great Gatsby?
How have you
I
not?
never was required to.
Dude,
It's a good book.
I know.
The way that they dressed in the 20s, like, I don't know. Sorry, that's like so off topic, but you know what I mean.
I mean, yeah, it was
It was a different time, obviously.
turn of the times.
But the American Dream, in my eyes, do you want to hear what mine is?
Yes, please.
So, I want to make it big. Like, I hope honestly nobody's listening, because I'm about to say, well, one day I want to be the president of the United States. I know that's kind of a far stretch.
It's never no.
And I know
like you
the
can do
system is
anything you set
corrupt.
your mind to.
I don't mean to talk politics, but the system is corrupt, and I want to make a change. But obviously, like, who doesn't want to make a change? Like, people always say that. They're like, oh my god, I'm going to make a change. But, like, I actually do. But that's my American dream. Like, actually making a change in our United States free country type society where it should be free. And I feel like sometimes it's just, I don't mean to get like that on here, but
Well, no, it's I understand, like, if your dream is to make a change, like, that's
it's also to keep
achievable.
like old, like, what kind of like the Constitution, you know, like life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Like, that is my American dream. Like, just living life, you know, finding what makes you happy. Liberty. Did I say the freedom one? I actually want to be a ballerina. That was part of my American dream too. I was like, you know what? I know that's like a French thing to go to like France and like want to be a ballerina, and I know that's so not American to be like, I want to go travel and stuff like that. But you know.
See, I don't know that it would necessarily be like an un-American thing. I think it's
Isn't that just a dream though? That's not an American dream.
Well, like, the American dream is, you know, working hard to see payoff.
Definitely.
And that's why a lot of people don't really, you know, believe that it exists, because it takes a lot of luck. You can't just work hard.
You think?
And yeah, absolutely.
It is kind of luck of the draw, isn't it?
You can't just, you know, work hard and see
Instant
results.
yeah.
You need other people to help you. You need that luck to kind of get you to where you need to be. And that's kind of why it's unrealistic. Like, not everybody gets lucky. That's the point of it being luck.
But I kind of disagree with that, which I think this is good. But I don't think it's luck. I think it's really just you have to put in that work, and nobody's going to do it for you but yourself. You can't let the government try to, you know, help you out here and there type thing, because at the end of the day, like, you got to fend for yourself. And I think that's part of being an American. Like, I know it's not a great thing that, like, it's not easy. But who said that the American dream could be easy? And obviously, I know you weren't saying it was easy, but you were saying it's kind of a luck of the draw thing. And maybe those people who have achieved their American dream, in quotation marks, maybe it was easy for some of them. Do you think it was easy for a lot of people?
I think it depends. It depends on your situation.
Like,
You
is
know
there
what I mean?
one thing in particular, like a person, a famous person, or like someone you read about or anything, they had their American dream, you know what I mean?
Well, if you look at, you know, there's certain celebrities that we have that they're not really famous for anything. They're famous because their families are famous, or they're famous because their families have money. And,
Yeah.
you know, they didn't work hard to be famous. And obviously, I don't
Like,
know.
but sometimes it's literally inherited, like,
Yeah,
basically.
But, like, I don't know their experiences or anything, like, or what they've been through. But, you know, they got lucky. You know what I mean? They were born into a family with money, and that's how they achieved their dream.
Literally. But I did want to be, so I want to be the president of the United States and stuff like that. And I just want everybody to be able to achieve their American dream, which I know is so, like, overreaching and so optimistic and not realistic at all.
That's the thing, is if, you know, in a perfect society, we could all work hard to see payoffs.
But, like, is a utopian society even possible? No. Like,
I don't
you know.
know. Maybe. We
Do
don't
you
know.
actually think it is?
We've never achieved it, so how do we
But
know
look
it's
at
not?
history. Like, look at, you know what I mean?
Well, like, where in history was there a utopia?
That's what I'm saying. There wasn't a utopia.
Exactly. So we don't know if it works or not because we haven't been there yet.
But I feel like governments have tried over and over to achieve that utopian society for everyone, and it has not worked out. It's always been like even worse than like regular society. It's been like dystopian from
Yeah.
trying to make it utopian. And you see that in, what's that book? Do you know the book Legend? Have you ever read that?
No, but it's a similar situation in like Divergent and
Oh my
Hunger
gosh,
Games
yes,
and all of the
literally.
dystopian novels that like we grew up with.
Yeah.
I do have, can I call in some response from some fan listeners here?
Oh gosh, do I know this fan?
My mom is listening.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, tell mom, hi, I'm Liz. I know I never met you, but hello.
So, Ellie says, in this day and age, the American dream is dead. You work your butt off, and things suddenly cost more. So you are no
Literally.
further ahead than you were. The American dream comes to fruition for fewer and fewer.
Wow.
So that's, I don't know, like if you look at it, that's how I think as well. Like,
Ouch.
but I think that an important part of the sentiment, the American dream, is the dream part. You know what I mean? Like, especially when you take the word dream into how it...
Like, what's the first thing you think of when you think dream? I just think of clouds, but that's probably just me drawing too much when I was little. But like,
See, when I think of dream in the sense like I have like a dream, I have something that I want to
Martin
achieve.
Luther King
It's-
Jr. I had one day.
But it's kind of something that you don't expect yourself to get to. You know what I mean? Like when I say
like very high expectation.
my dream career is this and my dream house
But
is
why
this.
can't you achieve that dream?
Because we've all had it like pounded into us by novels like Gatsby or plays like Death of a Salesman that
You love that. You
I
really
do.
wanted to bring
Death
that
of-
up. She
yes,
wanted to bring that up, guys.
because it's so good. Because it's a perfect example of this man works his whole life for nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
You know, and it's I feel like that's reality for people more often than working hard and getting rich. Because even look at Gatsby. Gatsby didn't work hard. He fell into new money.
But then again, like, they are just characters. Like, this didn't actually happen, did it? Do you know what I mean? But, like, maybe forms of it have in past. Like, you know
But
what
I
mean?
think there's truth in every piece.
Piece.
Hello, Leah. There's truth in every piece of fiction. You know what I mean?
This is her second shout out. She's going to be very excited.
Oh, my gosh.
She said,
Is she listening?
She said she's famous now.
She's
said,
famous.
yeah.
Leah Place. I literally just said your full name, so hopefully you don't hate me for that.
Let's just dox Leah really quick.
Her room number is.
What room? I feel like those were fake laughs.
I have. Well, no, it's actually a problem. I've been laughing lately, and I've been like, ha ha ha. And then just be done with laughing. And it's not fake. I'm just doing it.
Dude, people actually always think that I'm fake laughing.
Okay,
But I just don't know how to laugh. But, like, I find something funny and I go, that's funny. I just say that's funny, but I don't, like, react to it.
Yeah.
Do you notice that I do that?
Yeah.
I literally make a straight face, guys. I go, that's funny. And I don't actually laugh at all. But I think it's funny. I don't know how to express it sometimes.
So I have another opinion from a listener. Liz,
Another
we're really
listener?
raking in listeners.
another one?
There's a whole, like, more than 2 people listening to us right now. Kale says, he says, the American dream is still alive in the eyes of those who come into America, as opposed to the eyes of those that are, like, born in America. Like, we have immigrants coming in because they want to achieve that American
and they
dream.
have literally that fire lit in their soul, and they're like, I'm gonna do that because that's what I wanted.
So do you think the
American dream is achievable to
I
immigrants?
see,
Is that what you're saying?
I think that's what he's saying. The American dream
Dude,
is
I think it
achievable to
has.
those that
it
are.
literally has. Like, I don't want to say I know people.
But I also think that, being, born in America and being born into that position where you're already a little bit above everybody else, you just expect it to come easier, and you expect, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, because we're already
and
American.
you have a shifted perspective of what the dream is. Because for some people the American dream is, I just want a house where I can live safely with my family, and for
have
other
food
people
on the table, and literally,
and
something so simple.
But then for other people it's
extravagant
money and
CEO
big
of a
house
company,
and
yeah. Yeah.
So I think
And other people, it's like power hungry people who are like, I just want to have all the power in the world. And like when I say that I want to be president and stuff, it's not that I just want to have power. That is so not it. I literally just want more power to the people, you know, how it should be, how it was supposed to be. But it doesn't seem like it's like that anymore, would you say?
Lizzie with the politics.
Oh, I gotta stop. I'm literally gonna get like canceled.
Simmer down.
America. Dude, I just put on God Bless America and everybody's just like, what the heck?
Oh, Kale also said the American dream is sustainability.
Sustainability in what, though? Because there's sustainability in various angles of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
What do you think he means?
Okay, before he responds to me, because there's a little bit of a delay. So I think he means, you know how people say, like, they don't want to be rich, they just want to live comfortably. Yeah. I think that might be what he means. Like, just that ability to not...
Being rich is expensive, not even just, like, costing a lot, but also costing a lot of resources. Wow. That's, I think, like, a whole new perspective, too.
And it's just...
I don't hate that at all.
The American dream isn't necessarily
I love that,
extravagance. It's sustainability. Or
at least it shouldn't, or in my opinion, it shouldn't have to be. I think the American dream should be anything that you want it to be. I know people said in the past, like, oh, yeah, it's one thing, and that's how it is. And that's how it should be for everybody. But I think that's very close-minded because we're in a totally different society now. And, you know, not everybody thinks the same at all. And we're in a society now where I don't want to say that it's judgment-free because obviously people are still judgmental and, like, there's always going to be that angle of, you know, the human eye and everything.
I have yet to reveal what my American dream is. And I know I was very pessimistic about it at first, saying, you know, the American dream is dead, blah, blah, blah. But I've had some opinions come up that has kind of changed that. And the American dream is sustainability and the ability to live comfortably and, you know, yada, yada.
We're getting another person coming on.
And now you will never find out what my American dream is.
Bring up a chair, bud.
Oh my gosh, are we adding 2 more special guests? This is the most specialist episode of Fishin' for Answers.
And you know what's crazy? We're all Americans. Wow.
Hello, everyone.
Garrett has a very, like, gentle voice, I feel like, you know?
We really are turning into an ASMR podcast.
It's a very, like, zen, you know?
All right.
It is.
Garrett, do you have anything to say about the American dream? Or, like, do you have a certain thing on, like, what your American dream is?
My American dream would be being super rich, moving out to Montana, getting a log cabin, speaking to no one, and, disappearing, but... No, I just had to say that one comment about the American dream for, like, people that come to the country. Like, I've seen it before because, like, during my time in the Army, I've lived with a bunch of kids that came from Mexico who couldn't get the opportunities until they came to America. And a lot of those people were sending money back to their families that were impoverished. So it's definitely alive and well. The idea, too, that it all comes down to luck. Like, luck does have a lot to play a part in it. Some people are obviously better off than others, but I would say that there is a way for many people to lift themselves up out of poverty. And I think the idea that everybody is trying to be rich and achieve those goals is unrealistic. I think a lot of people, the dream is just to live comfortably with their families.
And just feel good, happy, good, literally just happy.
Provide for their
money
children.
Doesn't mean happiness. People, like, I know that's such an argument, and people are like, no, it does bring happiness, but I really don't think, not for everybody at least.
I don't think money brings happiness. I think money brings security, and you can be happier with that security. You know what I mean? Like, because obviously money doesn't bring happiness. Look at, you know, celebrities that are going
drug addicts,
going through addiction, going through, you know, different,
but they have so much
mental health problems. Like, money doesn't mean happiness. I think money brings a different sense of security.
Definitely.
Statistically, the richer you are, the more likely you are to commit suicide.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Interesting.
What's that on?
Wealthier people. I don't know this for sure, but I know that a lot of wealthy people struggle with depression just as much as the
definitely.
classes. So it's,
if not more.
If money was the end all, then
it's so
not
much
working.
pressure. Money equals pressure. And, like,
Well-
if you could handle that pressure, then maybe, oh my gosh, money is gonna equal happiness. But
Well,
otherwise, no.
there's that, saying, like, money is the root of all evil. I have
But I
a
don't-
bumper sticker on my car that says, like, once all of the trees are dead and the water is poisoned and the fish are dead, like, then we will
Dang.
realize that you can't eat money. And I think that's a good point. Like, money is the root of all evil. This is, you can hear more hippie thoughts like this on the Flower Power Hour tomorrow
Oh, wow,
night.
you guys really Patricia
8
and
to
Allie
9.
promoting. Oh my gosh, you guys are funny.
That's a beautiful segue, though.
Oh, it was.
Yes.
Amazing.
What can I say? I'm good at what I do.
Yeah, slight self-promotion.
Garrett, don't you start promoting yourself now. I don't know what you
Don't-
got
don't
under
worry
your
about
sleeve.
that.
I don't know what these kids do these days. But back to the American dream. Patricia, what is your American dream?
I don't really know if I have a specific American dream. I think just being happy in what I do and being proud of something I do would be my American dream.
No, I get that.
Like doing something I enjoy. For me, doing work I'm proud of.
The definition of the American dream has shifted so much since its inception that I don't think anything specifically would qualify as not being an American dream.
When I was little, my American dream would be like, I always wanted to be an archaeologist.
Until I was 14 years old, I was dead set on being an astronaut.
Yeah, up until I was about 14, the end of 8th grade, I wanted to be an archaeologist. I wanted to go to William and Mary. I wanted to do all this stuff, and then I was logically thinking, this is not gonna work out.
Do you think logical thinking like that and that sort of pessimism that we're given is what kills the American dream?
Oh, absolutely. Because if there wasn't logical thinking, people would be doing crazy stuff. They would be trying to live out these dreams that they have, and they would get nowhere because they would have no idea how to do it.
Do you think that they would get... I guess I'm just more optimistic. I think if nobody thought logically and they just did, happy-go-lucky stuff that they wanted to do, obviously without not victimless crimes. Like, I don't know. It'd be great to see just, like, a couple of clowns running down the street and, people making music and people creating art. I think we've really, especially since the inception of the American dream, we've lost that value and that appreciation for art. A lot of people are told, like, oh, don't get an arts degree because, you'll never use it and you'll never make money. That appreciation has left us as a society.
Yeah.
And I think that feeds into the death of the American dream because it's telling people that they can't be successful doing what they love. And what's the point of doing anything if you don't love it? Where's Liz? I'm bad at talking. Some technical difficulties.
Yeah, but maybe the American dream is more of like the idea of having something you've never had. Like maybe having rights that you never had or never. Yeah, you could just talk about rights. Like the fact that we have a constitution, like some people come from having no rights or living under tyrannical governments and then coming here and just being able to live freely without like an overbearing government would be the dream.
I definitely think that my view of the dream is one that comes from a privileged point of view because I've never had to hide from a tyrannical government. I've always had somewhere to sleep at night. I am privileged in that. So I do see where my view of it comes from a point of not understanding a struggle.
How about you? What's your American dream?
My American dream, the only thing that I 100% want in my life is a house with one of those conversation pits, like a sunken living room.
Oh,
have you ever seen those?
I like it's
That's
like,
all
yeah,
I want.
Yeah, I want that, but like okay, so
Food, I'll figure it out. Roof on the house, I'll figure it out. Give me a sunken living room, I'm set.
Would you want like? Because I've seen them that have it's like almost like a couch around it, and then it has like a fireplace in the middle.
No fire.
No fire.
No, because that's so much upkeep.
That's true.
Just give me a couch in my floor.
Yeah, that was at request of your mom. So.
Oh, she wanted to know?
Yeah, she wanted to know. She said I want to hear my kid's American dream.
Now she can be disappointed in her daughter's aspirations.
Yeah.
No, I wanna make music, and I want a sunken living room.
Just get a room, just a living room, just with just like a sunken living room.
I'll just rent out an office space and
Perfect.
put
Yeah. That's all you need. The rent would be so cheap. It wouldn't
Would
be
it?
Well, no. I mean, like for an office space.
Yeah,
If
but
that's
then you
all
have to build a floor that's higher than the floor. No, but I wanna be able to build my own house one day and make things that I'm proud of, and I wanna make things that better other people. I don't wanna make anything for myself.
Yeah.
I wanna make things for others.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on sunken living rooms?
My thoughts on, listen, I love them, okay? I don't know. I love them. How about you, Garrett?
I've honestly never heard of them.
You've never? Oh my God.
I'm gonna
I
show
may-
you a
I-
picture
I'd have to see a
right
photo of
now.
it before I-
They're
It is the
great.
most disgusting
Before I
70s thing ever.
Is it the
No.
carpet on the walls kind of thing?
Yeah.
Orange roof carpets?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shag everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
That's the dream.
I do like the Bee Gees though, so
Yeah.
maybe.
Look at how
maybe I'll give it a
fun.
shot. Oh no.
It's very
Like-
like,
Just like
they need to bring those back.
not a phone in sight. Just people having
Well,
conversations.
you've said multiple times that you would rather just go into the woods with like no contact.
Like
That's mine.
Yeah.
I
what you
would
said.
I would want to be able to like call people, but
Yeah,
I
but,
don't
like-
need Facebook. I don't
Yeah.
need Instagram. Like just I want to be able to contact the people that I love and maybe order McDonald's sometimes and then just live off the land, try new things.
You'd be like one of those people on the survival shows. Like, you ever seen Alone?
Yeah.
Where they go out in the Arctic for 100 days. I couldn't even imagine.
I could not. I see those shows all
Like,
the
we're
time,
living
and I'm
the
like,
American
I'm
dream.
like,
The fact that for all of human history, people have had to fight the elements just to stay alive, and we can literally drive to Burger King
yeah,
and get a month's worth of food. And
yeah.
Have you ever seen, it was a documentary series on the History channel, and it was like Life Without People. And it went through like if people just disappeared from the planet.
it's like all the buildings get overgrown.
Yeah.
They break down in
I
a very
watched-
short amount of time.
I watched that in 6th grade and I got really scared that I was just going to disappear one day. But looking back on it now, it's a
Like the
very
snap.
interesting documentary.
Yeah, it's interesting too. If you look at like you guys know about Chernobyl,
Yeah.
the
Oh, I get
the radiation, but you can see just the buildings just falling apart, and and it's just such a short period of time. Imagine in 1,000 years, there'd almost be no remnants of it, except for like the things that wouldn't be biodegradable.
And I think it's interesting that we can look at things like that and see nature takes over. And I think that's cool. Like no matter how far we come as a species, nature will always prevail.
Yeah, it almost makes you wonder about like ancient civilizations, like how many things were there that are no longer there. Like we have all these megalithic marvels, right, that are just massive stone structures, but you imagine how many smaller structures that were made out of materials that were biodegradable that just it's just incredible to think about. Like we have the pyramids, but obviously all the buildings around them covered with
Or
sand and
all of the books
all
and the
the
knowledge
weathering.
that has been lost.
Allie, your father is very sorry that he traumatized you with that documentary.
That wasn't him. That was
That's what your mom said. So.
no, who was it? It was I watched it in 6th grade, 5th grade. That was Mr. Drum. Mr. Drum, my civics teacher.
Yeah, so I guess I kind of took over this radio show because our host here is a little under the weather right now. And,
Yeah, sorry. There's some lady troubles.
okay, that's too much information,
Is
please.
that?
Yes, it is.
Hey, I'm just being honest.
Hey,
Kidding.
honesty is
Honesty is the
key.
best policy.
Honesty is that's what I was trying
Okay,
to
I'm
say, and I
actually
couldn't
getting
think of
kicked
the
out of
words.
the host chair right now as well.
So what did you guys talk
Garrett's
about?
We talked about the American dream a little bit, and then we talked about civilization.
Living rooms. We were
Dude,
talking about sunken
did you really
living
start
rooms.
talking about civilizations?
We also spoke about sunken living rooms.
Have you ever seen show her
That's
the picture?
okay. So we finally got around to my American dream, which is build my own house, have no contact with anybody except maybe a little bit because I like McDonald's, and sunken living room.
Yes.
Also making music.
It's Tuesday.
It is
So,
Tuesday
did
vibes.
Anybody watch the Super Bowl?
I did.
Dude, actually, talking about the American Dream, the Star
didn't.
Spangled Banner apparently went over the time limit that it was supposed to by like a couple of seconds than it was supposed to.
It's just interesting for me, not watching football at all, and then acting like the biggest fan during the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah,
And I know I'm not alone.
I absolutely did the same thing.
Wait, did the what same thing?
No,
Eminem?
I was saying about how like not being a football fan, but then like having an obligation to watch the Super Bowl, and then having to choose which team you want, regardless that you don't even care, but you still.
Garrett, why is that me about everything?
I did the same thing.
It's just a cultural thing. You're forced to do it.
Yeah, me and
It's
Leah.
that pack
Is that
mentality.
American? Is that American to say?
I would say the NFL is definitely.
Yeah, with the Super Bowl.
Well, me and Leah, we didn't even know what the teams' names were, so we called them the bagels and the raisins. You know,
The bagels and
Fair
the
enough.
bagels.
see,
The bagels.
bagels,
Bagels.
bagels, like the food.
Like a bagel. Listen, you can't come for me for saying words silly. You have that little Philly accent.
I know. And I say John.
You do say John.
I need to stop that if I'm going into broadcasting.
Maybe you can bring it with you and make that like your trademark
Good morning,
thing.
Johns. Hope you are all.
Liz's American dream is to bring the word John into broadcasting.
Literally.
That would be amazing.
Dude. Wait, Garrett, did you say what your American dream was?
Yeah, it's actually moving out west.
Oh, you already said this to
Yeah.
Montana.
Not speaking to anybody. Probably be like a guide or a fishing.
Do you
guide
just
out
want to be
there.
by yourself, or
I'm
did
gonna
you
have a
want
boat.
did you
I'm
want
gonna-
like a lady
A
friend?
lot of fishing rods.
Did you want a
And,
lady friend?
Not particularly.
Wait, but you wanted a fisherman.
But I heard the winters get pretty cold out there.
Oh!
Wait, but did you want a fisherman? Because my show's actually called Fishin' for Answers. And
I think this is a discussion that is meant to be had off the air, but the answer right now is no.
Dang.
Well, back to that beautiful analogy, Liz. We are like, this station right now is a little boat, and we are all fishermen,
And you
and
are
we have
seasick.
cast our
what am
lives
I?
for answers.
You are seasick.
You are.
I am seasick.
And I'm about to
What
throw
is
you
she? What
overboard.
was that whole analogy about?
Oh, the American dream, wasn't it?
No,
'Cause you have
the-
to be asleep to believe it.
Yeah.
Well, wait,
Pause.
what? I was like, what?
George Carlin, by the way.
I was talking about the fisherman, but
Oh, my
yeah.
analogy?
Yeah, your
Oh,
analogy.
yeah, so I only like cod. I don't even really like salmon that much.
That's not what I was talking.
Okay, we are very off topic.
Is eating fish like an American thing, or is that like around the world?
I think that's
Okay,
around
for
the
the record,
world.
everyone knows that is not an American thing.
Yeah.
Dude, I know. I was just messing with you guys. I was just keeping you guys on your toes, making sure you're listening. Because if you're not, you should tune into Fishin' for Answers with Liz.
Bubble sounds. Bubble sounds.
Yeah, guys, can someone make me a bubble sound that is free, non-copyrighted?
Even just like putting water in your mouth and just gargling.
Oh, wait. Let's try it right now.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Ready?
not.
Ready?
Liz, we said we were not ASMR.
Just do it like farther away.
Everyone stopped listening. Everyone turned off.
Or what if I'm like...
That okay?
That's-
yeah.
Can you get down with that?
No, it's too slow. It needs to be like faster to be bubbles.
Wait, hold on. I'm ready.
No, like it has like bubbles aren't like. Ew,
It's like-
ew, ew.
No,
I
alright,
didn't
alright,
like
we're
that.
fine.
It's like I don't even know. Like the one Allie played earlier. The
Alright.
bubbles. It's literally called
Actually,
bubbles.
let's get off of the bubbles, because
Yeah.
let me think about it, or I thought about it. Not a good topic to talk about. Anyway, Garrett, do you have any fun things to talk about? Is that a no?
I'm thinking.
Oh, really? Oh, can we talk about how the American flag is red, white, and blue? And the fact that I think it should be pink. Actually, wait, no, isn't that not how it was? Wasn't there a reason for it, though? Dude, I haven't taken
I'm not
history.
sure, but
We have a
my guess
history.
would
Knowing-
be that,
How do
it
you
was
not know?
Great Britain's flag,
I was gonna say,
the
knowing-
colours of the mother country, but I'm
Knowing
probably
nothing.
wrong. We could easily Google that.
I would say knowing nothing, it's red, white, and blue because the Union Jack is red, white, and blue.
But why do they pick those colors? Or were they just power colors?
Why
I literally forgot. I feel like I
is
learned this
the
in 4th grade and I just
American
literally forgot it. That's the thing about history class. Then
red.
if you don't have a good history teacher, you kind of miss part of history that you're supposed to learn. You know what I'm saying?
I loved learning about history. It was one of my favorite topics.
No, I liked it if I had a good teacher.
Yeah.
And it sucked because sometimes I didn't in high school.
According to custom and tradition, white signifies purity and innocence.
Yes, I knew that.
Red, hardiness and valor, and blue signifies vigilance, perseverance, and justice.
Oh, the justice.
Do you not like my S's on?
Oh no, not on broadcast. But anyway.
So why do you think it should be pink, Liz?
Well, can you look up what the color pink means so I don't sound stupid? I think it should be pink because right now I'm wearing a pink sweatshirt, everyone, so.
No comment.
Oh, so you think it should be pink too?
Pink symbolizes youth, good health, and playfulness.
Good health. See, I want our society to be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
They always talk about COVID being a health issue. Let's make it a health issue.
Is that going to be your campaign?
That's part of my campaign, the pink flag.
Well, see, I think the American flag is more than just COVID being a health problem.
No, I'm just talking about issues right now. I'm not talking.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about an overall societal.
Well,
issue.
when you run for president, what year will it be? Like,
At least 35 years.
No.
And you have to be a resident of the United States for 14 years.
so what? That'll be 2036.
Wait, you only have to be a citizen for 14 years?
Yeah.
So you could have been a citizen from somewhere else before.
Mm-hmm. As
So
long
what?
as you're in the U.S. for 14
You don't have to be
years.
born
I
here?
mean, wasn't the first president a citizen of another country?
Wait, are you talking about Mr. George Washington?
No, the other first president of the United
Was
States.
he the first
Apple
president?
Johnny Appleseed. Dude, my sisters and I. Wait, guys, you're gonna think this. Actually, probably nobody will think this is funny but me. My sisters and I, when we were younger, we used to say, like, my parents would do, like, trivia night or whatever, like, just dumb stuff that you should know. And the one thing that my parents brought up was, like, oh, what's the first president of the United States? And obviously George Washington. But my sisters and I don't know why we always thought it was Johnny Appleseed for the longest time. We thought that's where apples came from. We're from the first president. Like,
Well, that's because the cherry tree. He chopped down the cherry tree.
George
But
Washington.
he did not chop down the cherry
think
tree.
that's
Or he
myth.
did. It's
I
myth.
think it's popular culture.
So
but-
why do they teach you that in kindergarten? Because I
Because
specifically remember that.
It's because they want you to not lie like our first president. But, I don't know. Not to get political, but he's a president, so he probably lied a little bit.
Oh, I mean, corruption. There you go.
At least once or twice. But not about the cherry tree.
Yes. Anyway, we're gonna cut it short for tonight.
Do you want to play a song?
I would love to. I don't even have the. Allie, start talking.
Oh, my goodness.
How was
So,
your day, Allie?
My day?
No.
I had
Talk about Johnny Appleseed.
Okay, so what do you remember about Johnny Appleseed?
Oh my God.
From what, like
Girl,
15
I
years ago?
I can't remember what I had for breakfast this morning.
It was a ham and Swiss croissant from Starbucks.
Right. And
One
I
of us
also
here
had
has to keep track.
a brown sugar oatmeal shaken espresso. My favorite drink, by the way. But yeah, I have no. Johnny Appleseed picked apples.
Didn't he
I have no
have
idea.
the
Patricia has
raccoon?
no idea.
I have
Didn't
no
he
idea.
have the raccoon skin hat?
Yes.
And he planted apple seeds all across America. No, Johnny Appleseed. What hat did Johnny Appleseed wear? Google.
Did he look like Christopher Columbus, or am I just making up?
I think you're just
making
making that
things
up.
up.
I think you're making that up.
Dude, I mix up like the first couple of famous people that we learned about when we're like 5. So long ago.
All I remember was I played in a kitchen, I remember
Oh, Johnny Appleseed wore a pot on his head as a hat.
That's what it was.
It was a pot.
It was a pot, but I remember the specific layout of my kindergarten classroom.
Guys, American Pie. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say. I remember the exact layout of my kindergarten classroom, but ask me what I learned in kindergarten. Absolutely not.
Well, you're
I have no
talking right now, and you know your ABCs, so I would assume you learned something in
thing
kindergarten.
is,
Also, I got nap
We were
time,
talking about
so that was
Johnny
pretty cool.
Appleseed, and Johnny Appleseed, apples and apple pie. So we're gonna play American Pie to tie in the American dream. Plus, Johnny Appleseed.
What can we say, y'all? Tuesday vibes.
Tuesday vibes.
And that was Fishing for Answers for you guys. What is your American dream? I hope we kind of answered it for you. We also started talking about civilizations and all that.
If we didn't answer the question for you, we hoped you find your answer.
Yes. So thank you guys so much for listening to Fishing for Answers with Liz and Allie and Patricia and Garrett. Bubble, bubble, bubble.
Bubble, bubble, bubble.